Hi, my name is Claire Hatton and I'll be making peanut butter cookies. There are different types of cookies such as bar, pressed, rolled, refrigerator, and drop, but today I'll be making molded. To show how to make molded cookies, I will use a fork and press down on top of the cookies to make lines. Molded cookies are basically a stiff dough being shaped into small balls, logs, crescents, and many other shapes. You can also impress your finger on the cookie or use cookie stamps. There are other types of molded cookies such as snickerdoodles and molasses. So let's get started. The ingredients I'll be using is 1 cup shortening, 1 cup brown sugar, 1 cup white sugar, 2 eggs, 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I will be using a stand mixer, measuring cups, measuring spoons, a baking sheet, and a fork. Now I'm going to preheat the oven to 375. Next, I'm going to cream the shortening and sugar until light and fluffy. Creaming is helpful for making the mixture more airy because the sugar pokes holes in the shortening so it becomes lighter. I then added in the 2 eggs, and I have to beat them together. I added 1 cup of peanut butter, and now I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of the vanilla. Stir this all together. Next, I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients in a separate bowl. I already sifted 2.5 cups of flour, and sifting is important because it breaks up the chunks and allows you to measure the proper amount. I'm then going to add in the salt, then the baking powder and baking soda. Next, I'm going to mix them all together. Next, I'm going to add in the dry ingredients, but only a little at a time so it doesn't become too dry. Next, I'm going to grease the baking sheet. Next, I'm going to roll these into little balls and put them on the baking sheet. Now I'm going to imprint this fork on them to show that they are molded cookies. Now I'm going to put them in the oven. And let them bake for 10 to 12 minutes. Today I made peanut butter cookies and they are a type of molded cookie. I used a fork to press down on top to show that they are molded. I used a creaming method to mix the ingredients, and it is always important to not overmix so they don't become too stiff or chewy. Now time for the taste test. Taste crispy and warm.